Generic greetings and welcome and all that sort of thing. This is Scrumble Ship. It's something I've had a lot of emails about. A couple of people messaging me saying, oh, why don't you give it a go? So, I've played it, I've enjoyed it, and this is the result, this video. I've made this video because obviously I make the video after playing it, because if I made the video before playing it, then that would be insane and totally impossible unless I had a time machine, but you probably don't care about that. Anyway, what is Scrumble Ship? Well, it's a spaceship combat simulator with massive elements of building and construction and all that sort of thing. Now, I have to stress this game is still in alpha. This is version 0.17, I believe, and this is the bleeding edge. I'll come into that in a bit later. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play the game and explain things as I go along. So try to keep up. You may sort of trail off now and again, just thinking, oh, not really too bothered. But you don't want to do that, because somewhere in this video I have hidden a massive orange elephant. Okay, so just look for the orange elephant. Just keep just glued to the screen or the projector or whatever you're looking at, tablet, a mobile phone maybe. I don't know. Technology these days, it could be anywhere. If you're projecting it onto Saturn, then well done as well. You got more money than me. So yes, so there's a big orange elephant somewhere. Keep an eye out for it, and yeah. All right, let's just play the game and I'll explain things as I go along. Okay, so here we are in space, I guess, floating around in the middle of space. Well, actually, I don't know if it's the middle of space, because I'm not exactly sure on my current location, so I can't say with all honesty that I am in the middle. Although, to be fair, that is a massive galaxy. Is that a galaxy? Yes, it's a galaxy, because there's the black hole and all the big stars in the middle, and there's the leading edge. I'm well aware that probably people are going, no, that's not the black hole in the middle, and that's not a leading edge, but I don't much care, because this is just a skybox. Well, actually, no, it's not a skybox. It's a space box, isn't it? Yes. Anyway, but quick rundown of the UI. On the bottom right, you can see that there's a dial there with 3 things moving. The blue is my oxygen, the yellow is my energy, and the grey one is my reaction mass, which is it reaction mass? It's basically fuel for your spacesuit, because, oh yeah, we are in a spacesuit, by the way, just in case you were thinking I was going to go, just trying to hold my breath, while I'm about, yeah, no, this is a spacesuit. You can see there's like oh yeah, you use the mouse to move around as well, just in case that was a bit of a thing, a bit of a problem for you. A, W, S, and D, move you around like that, left, right, hang on. No, left, right, that's the one. Forward, back, and Z to go down, and X to go up. You can also press space and hold it to stop you going there. Now, currently, if you go to the options, if you go to press escape and then go to options, you see that I've got my inertial dampening set to nothing. Basically, what that means is if I go to the right and let go, I will just drift forever and ever and ever, because that's just how space works. And until I hit something, I'm just going to keep drifting. So always use space to stop you. What I can do though, I can just go and put inertial dampening onto that, for example, and then if I press left and let go, it will just stop me there. It'll automatically sort of zero my speed, which is all good. Okay, building. Building is, like I say, a massive part of this game. So, how we're going to build? Well, left click is to place blocks, and right click is to delete blocks, obviously. Well, not really, obviously, but that's what it is. The first thing I need to do is make sure I'm in building mode. Now, on the bottom left, there are 4 LEDs. The first 2 of them are currently lit. That's a yellow plasma torch and a green cube. If I left click, basically that means I'm in building mode, okay? The thing I'm actually going to place is just above and below that listed. So you can see it says steel above it and block below that. So yeah, steel block. If I left click, I'm going to create a steel block. There we go. There's a steel block. That's pretty simple. If I right click, and it goes. That's pretty much how construction works. Anyway, so I can left click and just make all these here. Now, you're probably thinking, hang on, that's pretty dark. Well, I don't know if you know, but unless you're about 3 inches from the surface of the sun, it's quite dark in space. So yeah, I think what we need to do is just shed some light on this. So I'm going to spawn a light. To do that, I need to press Q to open up my, well, this is all the options for building. So on the left we have the materials, we're coming to that in a bit. In the center we have components, and on the right we have rotation. I just have it set to auto for the moment. Okay, so component, I'm just going to select light. I'm going to keep it as steel. This is just the frame, by the way. It's not just going to be a steel fronted light, because that wouldn't really work, because you need probably some sort of transparent material, unless you can get transparent steel, in which I'm sure we can these days, or at least we can in space anyway at this particular time frame. Although I'm not too sure what time frame this is. I'm rambling, I think. Anyway, alright, let's just place a light. Left click, and there we go. So it lights up everything around it. I'm going to place another one there, and there, and there. There we go. So I've made a... Well, it's an eye. I have made that. Yes, that's what I've made. That's what I have made. yeah, you get the really crappy joke, don't you? Okay, so I think the best thing to do is that I just start building and explain things as I go along. Yes, I think that's the right thing to do, and yeah, the itinerary for the day. Well, actually, not really the itinerary for the day, really, because there's no day or night cycle in space, obviously, because it's always dark, so, yeah, well, you get where I'm going with this. I'm going to build and you just try to keep up. Remember the elephants, you know, just keep an eye out for that. Yeah, so I'm going to build the outside of the ship first, and then we'll furnish the inside, you know, we'll get some really cheap furniture and stuff, and bits of pine. Well, not really pine, because that's rubbish, but, yeah, we're going to do the outside first. So, what I'm going to make it out of? Well, I could make it out of tungsten, titanium, butter, but that's not really a... that's not really a structural building material, really, butter, is it? Lithium, not very good if I drop water on it. Uranium, probably not good for the crew. I think I'm going to stick with steel, and we're going to use blocks. So, right, I'm going to build. Yeah, here I go. Yep. There's just an example of the lighting. Obviously, I've got lights in the frames over here, but none here, so it just goes dark. I think I'll place some lights, and then we can, yeah, I can actually see what I'm doing, which is generally helpful when you're trying to build things, really. Oh yeah, you can actually change the colour of the lights. Just go up to them, press E, and then you can turn it off, or you can go red, green, blue, or just normal. Yeah, evil red back end, that's what we'll do. Okay, so you can see how far I've got here. I've got the top there, and this is like a little tail thing, but I'll come to that in a bit. And these bits, these do have a purpose, but again, I'll come to that in a little while. But the thing I'm mainly concerned about at the moment is the fact that my suit is running out of, well, energy, oxygen, and fuel, really. So that's generally an issue. If you're in a spacesuit, you don't want to run out of anything. I mean, you know, if you run out of cereal, then that might not be a great problem, but, no, running out of fuel is just a bad thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spawn when I find it, suit refill, which is that one there, and then we can refill my suit just by going up to it, press E. There we go, and fills it back up to full. Excellent. Right, now I can continue on with the building and work out why I've messed this bit up here. Oh no, I haven't. Okay, continue on with the building. You can see when I mouse over blocks, I've got two different colours. I've got like a bluish teal colour and like a yellowy, orange, peachy thing. The other colour, the one that isn't blue, that tells me where I'm actually going to place the block. So if I've got it on the top there, you can see it's on the top corners. Left click and it places it there. If it's on the side, place it there. Just a nice way of showing you where it's actually going to place. Okay, so here's the ship so far. Not too bad. You're probably thinking, why have I left a big gap down the side there? Well, actually, you're probably thinking, where's the elephant and why does it look stupid? But don't worry about that for now. Well, obviously, don't worry about the elephant because that's very, very important. But why have I left this channel down here? Well, the game has like a heat simulation in it. So if I took a hit on here, it would heat up. Now, the problem with steel is it doesn't really dissipate heat that well. What I need is, like, well, things like copper. Copper dissipates it quite well. So the idea for this is have, like, basically make a big channel of copper, and that will actually draw out the heat, which is quite good. What I'll do, I'll put some copper in this side, and then I'm gonna have some fun by shooting the sides of the ship, and we'll see the difference. So I'll put the copper in there now. It's easy to do. You just change the material to copper. There it is, and we'll still use the block, and then we'll put it down the side. I think I need to change this to normal colour. Oh, is that purple? Yeah. Oh, I've missed it. No. Okay, I think. I think that's a bit of sensory overload, isn't it? If I just keep mashing that. Ah, colours and noise. Yes, that is purple. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. Right, normal colour. So there you go. You can see we've got a copper line down the side, and yeah, a big block here to dissipate that. What I'll do, I'll put some radiators on here as well. So we'll go to scroll all the way down, I believe, because I think it's near the bottom. Small radiator is what I'm looking for. Anytime now. Anytime. There we go. Small radiator. And we'll put them on the side here. And obviously we'll make them out of copper because that's sensible. Okay, so there we go. We can see there's a big copper line down the middle now. And then we've got copper at the back and some radiators. And on the other side, you can see that there is none of that. None of that at all. It's just totally open and empty. So what I need to do now is start heating it up. Well, the best way to do that is, well, it's to spawn a gun, some lasers, a gun locker, which is that one there, and we'll spawn up there. Press E to get a gun. Okay, I think I'll just recharge the suit. Oh yeah, by the way, that noise is me locking onto one of these blocks. If I'm in space and I actually press the space bar, you can hear there's like a hiss, and that stops me in space, but it does use suit fuel. But if I just do it in here, it just locks me on. It stops me quicker, and it doesn't use it, which is all good. Right, the plan is to shoot this side. So I'll press number 4, and that'll switch me into gun mode, whatever mode. I don't know the proper names, I'll be totally honest with you, but it doesn't really matter. Or, you know, I don't need to know the proper names when I'm holding a laser gun. Is it a laser? Yes, it's a laser. Mouse wheel will up and down the power of it, so you can see I can scroll right at the top, and oh, that's a nice touch. I didn't know you get an exclamation mark when you get there. Okay, so I wouldn't want to shoot it with that, because it'll probably blow a massive hole, and I'll use all my suit's energy, because firing the weapon, you do actually use your suit's energy. Another thing as well, if you blow a hole in something, it doesn't really heat that up, because most of the energy is used in actually making that hole. But if you just shoot it with a lower power, it will heat the block up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shoot this, and you'll be able to see it heat up. Left click. There we go. Oh, there's bits coming off, but don't worry about that. There you go. You can see it actually heating up. It goes red and red and red, and we keep going. And there we go. It's melted. It's actually melted the block. If I press number 3, that goes into like an it's like a temperature gauge, like information view. When I mouse over each one of these blocks, you can see the temperature gauge will move. The grey triangle that's currently moving down on that one, that's the current heat of the block I'm looking at, or the object I'm looking at. You can see that that's not very hot. That one's even less hot. That was warmer because it's next to this one, which is, well, it's just melted, hasn't it? And obviously that temperature is going down. The red line, that's the actual melting point of the object. Now you can see that didn't take much to melt it. I'll melt another one over here. I'll do this one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see I'm blowing holes in it, and there's bits flying all over the place. Keep going. I'll reduce the power a little bit. Yeah, but you can see that basically didn't dissipate much heat, and now it is melted. Let's go over to this side. Actually, let's recharge my my suit first. Okay, so I'm over this side now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot these, and we'll be able to see the heat getting dissipated a lot faster than that side. All materials have different properties. So if I mouse over the steel, you can see that its melting point. If I go over copper, melting point is slightly less, but it does have it does have other properties, such as, you know, being able to dissipate heat really fast. And obviously, all this will help out as well, because it'll suck it all out and then shove it into radiators and then into space, and then I don't know where it goes from there. I'm not really too bothered about tracking it after that. But what I'll do, I will spawn, hang on, go back into building mode. I'm going to spawn some butter, because I can. There's some butter, and then we'll spawn some diamond as well. I'll put one there as well. If I look at them, you can see that the melting point for diamond is quite high. If I look at the other one, butter, it's quite low. In fact, that's heating up as we speak. Will that just melt if I just look at it? Stir at the butter. Stir. No, I don't think it's going to melt. Okay, I'm going to shoot butter once and it'll probably just melt. Hang on, tiny bit of power here. There we go, and it just melts. Obviously, the diamond. Yeah, it's not really melting, is it? Okay, so we can see if I mouse over these, the copper below, just below this, the one closest, has actually got some heat in it, as does all the things around it, because everything heats up. But if I go further along, you can see that that one there and that one there, you can see that it slowly goes down. If you look at the temperature gauge, it slowly goes down. That's because the copper is actually draining the heat away and taking it away. In the final game, or later iterations of the game, because it's still an alpha at the moment, is that obviously you're going to have crew and that sort of thing, NPC crew, and things will heat up, so you'll have generators and that sort of thing that will heat, and you need to get the heat away because that'll probably cook the crew inside, and that's not good. No, you don't want to cook the crew, unless you're a spacefaring alien race that wants a nicely tenderized crew, in which case, just don't put any copper in at all. So if I just shoot these blocks, you can see, they do heat up. Obviously, I'm blasting little holes in it, but the fact is that I'm really not heating this up at all. You can see that there's heat going into it, turning red, and then it'll just slowly go. The copper, though, will be quite warm, and I'm guessing that can melt. In fact, let's try that. Let's just try putting loads of heat into this. It'll probably melt the copper eventually. Keep going, keep going. Oh, I've actually run out of suit energy, to be honest. Yes, it's not melting. That's quite efficient. I'm half upset that I haven't been able to melt it because I've run out of suit energy, and not upset because it's actually working. So, hang on. Give me a couple of minutes just to fix the side of this ship. Oh, that's not good. Right, actually, before I do anything else, if I press space, I'm locking onto there, but if I'm actually in space, nothing happens because I've run out of suit energy, so I can't really maneuver very good. Okay, as that side was so effective, I think I will actually, well, yeah, I'll just complete this side. I'll do the exact same thing on this side when I can actually find copper. There it is there. Okay, I don't know why that got me so annoyed. Why can't I find the copper? Well, it's just there. Okay, so that's both sides done. Now I think I'll furnish the interior with some cheap chairs and that sort of thing. Actually, hang on. Okay, what I've actually done, I mean, this is just coincidence. I don't know how this has happened, but I've sort of builded myself out. Is builded a word? Yeah, I've built myself out of the ship. Oh, actually, no. No. This is totally planned. This is 100% planned. If I go to airlock like that, we'll just get rid of that block there and put an airlock in like that. Yeah. Now I can go and press E on the airlock. It will open up the airlock like that. Be able to go inside. Press E again, and then we'll go into the ship. Yes. See, that's why I did that. Yeah, that's why I did. If any of you are believing that, then yeah, you're more gullible than Gullible McGullibbenson. That's not even a word or a name, but you know what? You're pretty gullible. Right, so I'm just gonna block these in a little bit because I don't want the exposed copper just sitting there. It'd probably fry the crew. Now the problem with showing you a lot of all this interior stuff, because I mean, look, these are all the things you can currently spawn. So I can spawn like an engineering terminal, and I'll make it out of aluminium or aluminum, depending on where you're from, or you might speak it in another language. I don't know. I don't know Portuguese for aluminium. I'm sure someone can tell me. I'm gonna have that one there. I'm gonna have a weapons terminal like that one there. These don't do anything at the moment, unfortunately, but you can see they are all animated and change different colours and that sort of thing. So it's quite nice. One good thing about them as well is that because it's all voxels. If I sort of shoot this bit, hang on. If I just shoot it. If I have a bit more power, there we go. We can blast bits off it like that. Bit more power, like that. Wait until all this debris clears. You know, we can actually see inside of it. But it's you know, you can actually see all the little fuses and things like that. Well, I don't know really the fuses, they're just different coloured cubes, but it sets off the imagination, and it looks quite good. The fact that you can actually sort of tunnel out your ship, and I'll just show you. So I can just go bang, bang, bang. There you go, and just fly out the hole is quite good, because you know yeah, I like that. I think that's a nice touch. I think that is quite nice. Although, excuse me while I just repair half my ship again. Oh, I've actually made them of aluminium. Yeah, you can actually see, you know, they have different colours. So, you know, lead, for example, is darker. Iridium, I don't know what colour that is. It's that colour. Chrome, this will be bright. Yes, that's quite bright. We don't want to chrome. Actually, I might chrome the nose. Yeah, we'll have a chrome nose. Okay, so we've got a couple of terminals in. Fighter terminal, we've got an engineering one there, weapons one there, and probably sensors. Yeah, sensors, okay. So apart from looking good, unfortunately these don't really do anything at the moment. But the idea is, once it's further developed and all that sort of thing, you'll be able to crew these and use things that connected to them, because you can actually spawn wires. In fact, I'll do that now. I'll use, I think I'll make copper. Where's copper? Copper. And where is it? We need to find wiring, if I can find it. This is probably where I spend like 30,000 years looking for it. Actually, I probably wouldn't spend that long because, well, I don't think I'm going to live that long, to be honest. I know it's a pretty dark subject, isn't it? Was that a mine? That's a mine. That is a mine, isn't it? I think that is a mine. Let's try. Hang on. Nah, that can't have been a mine. That's a mine. Oh, good grief! Don't move. Thank you very much for watching. I think that might be the end of the video. I'm gonna have to delete it, aren't I? I can't really just stand. I can't really just stare at this constantly. No, that was a bit anticlimactic. Boom! No, only joking. But yeah, if you use copper wires, we can see that I can click sort of there, and then move them all the way along like that, and connecting the front terminal up to the back terminal up like that. Yeah, actually, I'm going to keep that. No, I'm not. I don't need all them there. But you can see the wires. So you're gonna actually have to have wires connecting all these systems up, as well as pipes, because we can spawn. If I'll be able to find it quickly, I'm probably not going to be able to. Oh, there we go, pipes. So if I spawn a pipe there. Like that, and we can go like that, and then it will actually, it goes all around like that. It looks quite nice. Oh, that's the most inefficient pipe network I've ever seen, but you can see it all connects up nicely, and obviously what we'll be able to do is be able to pump liquids through this, or other things like gases, and non-Newtonian fluids, or people. You know, we've seen future you'll be able to put people down pipe, although to be fair, it's not a very big pipe, but you'll be able to collect like engines and well, actually I believe there's oxy scrubbers, oxygen collectors, or two, so you know there's that one there, so we can connect that up there. Yeah, all that sort of thing. Again, not entirely implemented yet, but you know, you can see the potential, and that's what you're really looking at, right? So I'm not entirely sure that this hole is a good idea, because well, it's the lack of oxygen. It'll probably suck all the oxygen out. So let's see if we can find some see-through transparent objects. Not like a hangar door. In fact, no, that's probably not going to work. Clear pane. That's what I'm looking for. Yes, there we go. Windows. Okay, actually, what I'll do is I'll block the top of it. Can I do that? No, that won't work. Let's just block off. Let's just block off the top. Back in the airlock. Oh, I like the airlock. That's quite good. There we go. And we can see out the front now. Excellent. Par excellence. I don't like standing up, so I'm going to put some chairs in. What I'm going to do, I'm going to line that like that. Now you're thinking, why have I done that? Well, that's because I'm going to put some wall chairs in. Where's the wall chairs? There we go, wall chairs. I really like these. I'm going to put one there, and one for the captain, and one for these two here. And so you can go up to it and press E, and then it moves up and down. Oh yeah, so you know, if you need to get past, just stand up. Hang on, go back. Actually, this is pretty small, this ship, isn't it? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We also need to sleep somehow. Hang on, where is it? Let's go and get a bed like that, and make it out of uranium. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is the best sleeping arrangement ever. And I think we'll have a small diesel engine either side. because normally these... This is just a submarine. I've just made a submarine, well, in space. This is... This is insane. Okay, I think I'll get rid of that block there and put in a factory. Now, what the plan is, the idea is that every materials, they're going to have asteroids and planets and that sort of thing. You have to actually mine the materials sort of a la Minecraft style, or any other mining game you can think of, and you pour that into the foundry, which is this one here. If I just I'll put one in the floor, why not? Hang on, like that. You'll be able to put it in there, and then that'll close up and then create a block or you might need, you know, 2 or 3 bits of ore to make like a steel block or a copper block. So you'll have to mine all them different materials, and then you'll be able to use them blocks in the factory to actually make these parts. So all these parts will have different components, and as you can see from all these components here, it's probably going to be a lot of recipes. I don't mean recipes, do I? I mean blueprints. I don't mean blueprints, do I? I mean something else we're used to make them. STCs. Although probably people don't know what STC is. I'm going to shut up now. Okay, recharge your suit, and I think we'll have a little hop outside. Mainly so I can use the airlock again. I really like that airlock. The fact that it all animates as well, that's really nice. I like that. I could just see it forever. So, how's the family? Everything alright? Is everything going well? Did you get that parcel I sent you? Yeah. Oh, you didn't? Oh, I'll get on the post office and see where it is. I should really move on from this. Right, okay. Outside the ship, you can see that's the skin of the ship, and well, there's the airlock there that we've. I quite like airlocks. I think I've mentioned, actually, you know, I've mentioned that before. Anyway, so I need to coat this ship in something because it's a little bit it's a little bit exposed, isn't it? Because it's only one thick. Well, one block thick. So not really. Not really a battleship, really, is it? It's not even a destroyer or a luxury yacht or a really rubbish space dinghy. But yeah, I need to cut it in something. So, well, there's loads of things I can cut it with. Obviously, there's all these materials which have different breaking points and melting points and all that sort of thing. You know, I could really make a diamond spaceship, but or a granite spaceship. That's just a bad idea, isn't it? That'll be so heavy. But no, I think the best thing to do is there's one little facet of the game that I really like personally, and if I just scroll up, we should be able to find bits of it. Where is it? These bits here: bone, flesh, carapace, artery, iris, diaphragm. Yes, there is actually biological parts in this game, and this is going to be expanded a lot more than it is now. And this is something I really like. So I think what I'm going to do, this is going to be a hybrid ship. It's going to be inside mechanical and then outside skin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some bones on it first. So if I just put some bones, like, oh, I didn't really mean to delete that block, but ah, damn it. Right, I fixed it now. I've fixed it. Okay, so left click to place the stuff. There we go. So I'm placing bones now. I'm going to make a little, like a bone shell around this thing. It's not going to be the most efficient bone shell, you understand, but yeah, it's going to look alright. Move it like this and along and along. Oh, hang on. Oh, that hasn't worked. That hasn't worked at all. Okay, so there's the bones put in of Franken's ship. Now I need to put some arteries in. That supplies, well, I guess in a mechanical terms, power, but obviously in a biological sense. In a biological sense, I keep on pressing right click. And I've done it twice again. Right, arteries. Yes, these provide nutrients to the flesh and to the bones and that sort of thing. So I'm going to place them with left click. There we go. I might just scoot round this, to be honest. Oh, good grief, that looks horrible. We'll do it like here, and we'll do it like that, and along the side like that. There we go. Oh, it's all dripping stuff. It's dripping goo everywhere all over the ship. Oh, let's just cover it in flesh. Let's just cover it in flesh, and we'll deal with it. You might want to look away, to be honest with you, because this might be a bit gory. Okay, I've sort of half covered this thing in flesh, and yeah, I don't think I really want to get a ride in it. What I need to do though is put some irises. No, is it an iris or a diaphragm? I can't remember. Oh, it's an iris. Yes, this is basically a biological airlock. So I can press it, and oh no. You know what would be even worse if it made like a noise when oh no, I don't want to know. I think I've gone off airlocks. Oh no, I'm inside. Ah, horrible. Okay, this is the underside. I might actually leave this as is. I might just leave it open. Actually, no, I'll leave it so I can put stomachs in later. Yeah, they're actually implementing stomachs, by the way. You know, I'm not actually joking about this. They're implementing stomachs so you can fling like banana peels in, and you know, rhino heads, and just whole red shirts and people and crew, and that will actually get digested and power all this. You think I'm joking? I'm just not. Yes, let's put some lights in. We'll make it, because it's not already evil enough. We'll change it to red, I think. Right, now if I wanted to, I could actually put this carapace on, which is like an armor, and we can put that all over here. Yes, I think. Oops. I think I'll put it on the top. Yeah, I think I'll put it on the top. More of an ablative, more of an ablative shielding for me, you know, because I keep right-clicking all the time. It's alive! Oh god, this is the worst looking ship ever created. In fact, it's just an is this just a space armadillo? Look, it's crunchy on the top, and actually it's really hard on the inside because it's made of metal. It's not a space armadillo. It's just horrible. I've actually run out of fuel for the spacesuit, and I can't move about. This could be a problem. Okay, so I had to reload the game. All right. You know, I did think of loads of ingenious solutions, but I thought just for the sake of speed, I'll reload it. Actually, I didn't think of any ingenious solutions at all. I just hung around in space for 27 minutes. Yeah. Let's go inside. Oh no, I don't really want to go inside. No, let's stay outside because no, I'm gonna have to go inside. I want a gun because I want to show you something, and I'm gonna have to go inside. Oh, hold your breath. Actually, we're in a spacesuit, so I don't really need to do that. Oh, squish inside. Oh, horrible. Right, I need a shower I need a shower here. Right, these organic bits, just like the other materials, these have a melting point as well. Actually, it's not really a melting point. I guess it's a cooking point. Basically, the point in which they are destroyed by heat. I guess that's what it is. But it's quite low on these flesh bits. But it does have another property which normal material doesn't. Normal material, man-made material doesn't. Let's go to go to the gun. Here we go, and I'll just have a low power, and I'll just shoot this. I've put a little bit more power on. Oh, that's heating up. That's not what I wanted. I want to blow a hole in it, like that. Okay, you see that hole in it, right? There's a hole. You know, keep going, and I'll blow more holes in it, and that'll just stay like that until I replace it or repair it. These bits, however, these have, like I say, a different thing for them. If I just shoot them, bits comes off. Keep shooting them, like that. There we go, there's some damage to it, there it is. But if I just keep watching, just keep looking at it, it will slowly heal itself. How good is that? Okay, so all these bits up here, you can just, you know, left click. These are the capace bits, so you can just shoot bits off. These are like the armor of it, I guess. But yeah, you can just shoot bits off, and it will slowly heal itself. I think that's that's great, that. I really like that. That's a nice little feature. So you can make a fully organic spaceship if you wish. Obviously, it probably won't be able to absorb heat as much as the other one, but it will be able to repair itself. So, you know, take a little bit of damage, fly off, come back, because all that's going to be in the game, the spaceship combat. At the moment, I can't fly this thing, unfortunately. I can just build it, but the idea is to have spaceship combat. Well, not the idea. It is going to have multiplayer spaceship combat, so you can fly around and shoot people and that sort of thing. Full for, you know, planets and asteroids and all that sort of thing. These aren't just cubes, by the way. You can actually spawn sloped edges like that. Hang on, I think I'll just use a slope like that, and you can go sloped edges like that. So there's all different ones in here. There's even curves, I believe. Yeah, like that. Yeah, you can even do a little ramp off it. Well, not really, because you don't really have a skateboard in space, and you can't. You know what? You just ignore the previous comment. I think we will put a sensor dish on the top, just so we can scan and see where we're going. Okay, it's just a space whale, isn't it? It is just a space whale. Hang on, let me get rid of this. I'll fix this up. Bit of radar on the front, and I think we are just about there. I mean, there's loads of blocks I haven't shown you all of this here. As I said, most of this doesn't actually do anything. It's more just, well, things like, look, the curved corners. Look, you can see the sort of ships you'll be able to make with corners like that. And also there's things like plates. There's actual armor plating, and there is bumps like that. You know, all these things. Imagine you'll be able to make some really, really nice curved and funky ships with them sort of things. Right, I think there's only one thing to do. One thing left to do. Go inside. Go up to this, which is the captain's console. Use it, and we will name this ship. It's only really got one name, hasn't it? Frankenship. Probably spelt wrong, but I'm going to call it Frankenship. There we go. And this is the HMS IMS IKO.com. Well, it's actually got none of them titles or whatever that, and some of them are made up, to be honest. It's called Frankenship. Welcome to Frankenship. Oh, good grief. I think I've just shot the bed. I said shot the bed, not probably what you were thinking. Oh no, I didn't just do that. When you right click with the laser gun at the moment, because it's in alpha, it's sort of like a debug thing. It basically it puts a massive hole in it. But I guess it allows me to show you that. Look, this is actually healing itself up. That, I'm overwhelmed. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much done. Yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah, I think I've covered all the bases, or at least most of them. Actually, I probably haven't covered a lot of them at all. I've probably missed a lot of things out, but never mind. I think I've explained most of it. I think you know, all these organic parts that you don't really see in any. Well, I certainly haven't seen it in any other space game or any other building game. And actually, thinking about it, I don't think I've seen any other this organic part in other games, apart from the ones where, you know, feed horses and dogs and that. I mean, there's organic bits in there, unless you're playing the cyborg dog game, but I don't really know if that exists. But yeah, this is something that I really like, the fact that it heals itself, and you're going to have to run arteries and bones and feed it to keep it alive. You don't really hear that, do you? You don't really hear that much. The whole heat, obviously there's mechanical parts and man-made parts. The whole heat dissipation and heat mechanic, the fact that you're going to have to funnel heat away from the crew before you cook them, and everything will be generating heat, so like reactors and engines and all that sort of thing. You need to think about the cooling of that and running heat away. Taking weapons fire will actually generate heat, as well as damage parts, because eventually you're gonna be able to fly these around. I put some weapons on the front. They don't function at the moment, but eventually you'll be able to fire them and damage ships. If you damage ships in a certain part, that might cause stress fractures and cause bits to break off and all that sort of thing. These bits here, we at the moment they're just bolted on the front, but you're gonna have to run cables and wires to actually power them and make them functional. Things like oxygen and O2 you're going to have to scrub and funnel them around the ship with pipes and pumps and all that sort of thing. So it's a lot more complicated than you can think. Actually, complicated is probably the wrong word. Complex is more the word, because once you start building, you get into this mindset of, oh, I need to do this, this, and this, and you get like a logical building process going on, or at least I do anyway. And to be honest, I think it's going to be very, very rewarding to actually make ships that are they're just logically thought out and well designed. I think it's going to be really rewarding. There's loads of stuff that I might have mentioned or I might have not, but all this you're going to have to create and craft and mine and that sort of thing. You're going to have to go on. There'll be planets and asteroids that you'll take all the resources off to create all this. I have no idea how you're going to get the organic parts. I'm guessing it's going to be quite gross, but yet quite interesting to find out how you're going to get all this. You might have to grow your parts. Ugh. Oh, that's something that's going to be quite interesting anyway. Other things that I might not have covered: NPC crew, actually crewing all the different parts. Yeah, to be honest, there's loads of stuff that if I was actually explaining all, you'd probably be here for like a week or something. Although maybe not a week, maybe that's a bit of an overstatement. But you know, let's just say that it's quite large. There's a couple of links in the description. I've put a link to the actual game. There's a demo that you can check out and try it yourself. You can purchase the game from there as well. Like I say, you get access to the alpha as well as the game when it's released. There's a couple of different versions. One of them is the alpha and the game. There's another one which gives you what they call bleeding edge access. Basically, as it's developed, there'll be updates put on the website all the time. Literally, there was like, I think when I checked yesterday, just before recording this video, in fact, there was 4 or 5. There was 3 updates alone just in one day to try this out. So that's the bleeding edge, and you get all the new features that are currently getting added. There's another link to the IRC. Basically, there's a wiki to try this out, but there's a couple of guys. I have to thank everybody on the IRC as well for answering all my stupid questions and that sort of thing. If you're having any trouble or you want to know more about the game, just pop on there. The guys are really friendly. You'll be able to have a chat with them, and they'll help you out with playing the game and information and that sort of thing. Finally, there's a link to the Kickstarter page, because this is actually got a Kickstarter page, trying to get it kickstarted, I guess you would call it. Yeah, so there's a link to that as well. There's about 20 different links, I think, in the description, so just check that out. Right, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you to Dirkson for developing the game and allowing me to make this video. Thank you very much. Again, thanks very much for everyone on the IRC for helping me out and with information for the game. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, I guess. So that's pretty much it. Links in the description. Check it out. I don't think there's anything else to say other than I might share Frankenship, although I don't know. I might just keep him where he is. He's quite happy, isn't he? Nice little Frankenship. Getting quite attached to Frankenship. Oh, God, it's a horrible looking thing. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Take care and generic farewells.